Not so hot show. Not all men.
I'm just fucking kidding.
All men suck ass. Like suck ass. They do. Unless of course, if you're watching this amazing channel with your one and only. Then you're fine. Of course, if you're also gay men automatically get a pass. If you're bisexual, however, you suck half of the time, you know, because half of the time you're torturing women and half of the time you're torturing men, so that's fine. Hi, my name is Akma, your unemancipated girl from Kazakhstan. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This is a lot of fun here. We talk about not that hot topics, like men.
Sucking suck. As usually, sucky suck.
Life is a funny thing. I never thought that'd be turning into this men-hating cat lady. I do have a cat. But you know what? Life just proves you not wrong, but it kind of like gives you hints along the way. This is like this. Like the life shows you, and you know, the first time you don't get it. The second time, I get it. I kind of learned my lesson. And then if you did learn your lesson and if you didn't kind of like secure it in a box, life will just keep fucking you in the ass, you know, just like bending you over. Not wine and dining you before it fucks you in the ass. It's not gonna do that anymore. It's just gonna raw dog you in the ass. Life is like that, honey. Life is like that. And I had to learn it the hard way. The one lesson I kept learning from my life over and over again is that men suck ass. According to science, 45% of women will be single by 2030. Now I'm like, yeah, makes sense. You know, I was always thinking of myself as, you know, this cool girl. I mean, look at me. I'm like one of the boys, do you know what I mean? I always had mostly guy friends because they're less drama. Boy, oh boy. Let the sausage fest from the sky falling into my mouth roll. Guys are less drama. Most of my life I had like guy friends because I person with a very rough and, you know, tough humor. And the thing is, when you joke between two different genders, you can go as rough as possible. It's not gonna hurt, right? Like I can say the meanest shit to a guy and he's not gonna punch me in the face, hopefully most of the times. But if I say it to a girl, you know, to my girlfriends, most of them, they're like, girl, that was mean. I'm like, yeah. So that's why, like, with my girlfriends, I'm much more gentle, and with the guy friends, we just roast each other. And generally, I do not like to separate man and woman into different baskets. Like, I'm very, like, progressive about that. I just feel like especially, like, with this all political, technological, medical, like, everything advancements that we have in 21st century, I thought we're kind of, like, equal to each other. Of course, we have our, like, biological differences, you know, our cycles and the way we think, you know, like, men post-nut clarity and shit like that. But generally, we were, like, you know, similar. And I thought men are capable of like basic understanding of feelings, emotions, and friendship. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. Didn't work out. No. I've been served with this lesson that men are trash since I was 15 years old. And I kept coming back to get this in my face every time, just like, no, but this guy's different. No, but he's actually being a good friend. Oh no. He actually cares for me. I used to judge this cynical women that hate men, you know, especially when they're like in their 40s and 50s that hate men, like it doesn't matter. I just always found fascinating women that hate men. That would be like, men are trash. I thought, honey, you're the problem. There's no way like half of the fucking population trash. You're trash.
Boy, was I wrong.
I apologize. Now I get it. If you are right now in the moment when you don't hate all men, just give it a bit of time. Because you know what? While men have post-nut clarity, women have their post-ovulation clarity and post-frontal lobe development clarity. Because believe me, it all fucking hit me. After my frontal lobe developed, please don't guess my fucking age, but
I see everything clearer now. Everything clearer.
You know, when your frontal lobe develops, a lot of things change. Okay, I might come off a bit too extreme right now, but I have my reasons. I have my fucking reasons. Within the last 3 days, I got fucked over by 3 different guys in my life. Different stages of intimacy.
back to back to back.
One being my acquaintance, second being my friend,
My good ass fucking friend.
and the third being my lover. What happened to me for the past 3 days pissed me off so much to the point that I just, whenever I walk and I see a guy, I'm like, you know, I hate all that. I don't care if you're a 5-year-old boy or if you're like an 80-year-old grandpa. I fucking hate you. I've been like riding trains and riding trams. I'm riding buses. I'm going to my dance classes, and whenever I see a guy, I'm like, I hope you die.
Death to all of them.
Yeah, this is how betrayed I feel. And I'll tell you about these 3 stories so that you could understand, you know, what's going on. And again, when you see things a bit clearer, when you're a bit, you know, you have a bit of a brain, because, you know, if you're a teenager, it's, unless you're extremely smart, you have to kind of learn it from experience. But like, I like pretty boys, and I usually always look. Now I don't even care. Niceness doesn't do it to me. Your pretty face doesn't do it to me. Your height
I don't care you're 6 feet what.
doesn't do it for me anymore. Money doesn't do it anymore. Well, kind of. And honestly, the only thing that does it for me anymore is money. Honestly, if I will be fucked over by you, mentally, physically, and everything, at least let me get some financial gain from that, all right? All right? Because you know what? I wanted to be always a successful woman on my own and make my own money. I don't think that's gonna happen. So you know what? I'm open to I like men my own age. Plus minus 2 years, you know, like of my own age. I do not like even guys in like early 30s or like just 30 is like old for me. As I age, I would like my own age, obviously, you know, like it's gonna go, because you know, have you seen this graph? Men versus women. What women find attractive over the age and what men find attractive over the age. With women, it's linear. So if you're like 80, you like 80-year-old men. If you're 20, you like 20-year-old men. While for men, the peak attractiveness is like an 18-year-old girl. You know why 18? They couldn't choose 16.
Because that would be illegal.
So the lowest that they can go was 18. I'm sure if they had the choice of 15, 16, they would choose that. Because men fucking suck ass. I'm telling you, honey. Oh, it was a gift from my ex-friend. England is capital of London or Scotland. All these 3 stories that I had, it's not my first rodeo, it's not my first lesson, so it got me to this phrase. Disappointed but not surprised. While I'll be telling you the stories of 3 guys, I will also be telling you a life lesson from that. Several lessons, several advices, several wisdom, because I'm a wise woman, you know. Am I? Do you want to end up like me? So there's 3 levels of betrayal. So let's start with the closest one, lover. You know, I'm in a relationship, a long time, still together. Will not disclose who he is. I respect his privacy, he's a private person. I will not tell you what he's done. But let's just say he
Pisses me off.
So what I would do, I would try to control him. Because I want the best for him, right? I want him to succeed in life. I know what he needs to do or what needs to be done for him to be good. Because like he has so much potential.
Potential.
I'm trying to navigate his life because I feel like with my help, he can become a huge thing, right? After wasting a lot of my nerves, I realized,
You can barely change yourself.
can you? Have you ever tried to change yourself? Like, have you ever tried to become a morning person? Have you ever tried to become a productive person? Have you ever tried to like, not talk shit about other people? Imagine that. Like, imagine how hard it is to change for yourself, and now imagine changing someone else. Girls, never change a man. You can never change him. Do not be Barbara the Builder. And even if you manage, Barbara the Builder, and even if you manage to build a guy, most of the times he will leave you once he becomes something else. In a lot of cases, if a guy's an alcoholic or a bum, and you just like shape him into a guy, like his best self, he will leave you because he doesn't want to be reminded what he was with you before. He wants to have a clean slate and meet a girl that knows him to be this perfect guy and not, you know, all this piece of shit you found it on the street and, you know, you made something out of him, you know, look, you build him up, you know, Barbara the Builder. I kind of gave up. I let him do his own thing because you know what? It's his life. If he wastes his life the way he wants, that's his thing. I think the best you can do if you are in a relationship is just to let it be. You do communicate the way you want, what you expect. But if a person doesn't listen, then the person doesn't listen. As long as you said your piece, you tried your best. Lesson number 2, another thing that I learned. The worse you treat the men, the better they treat you. I do not know why. I'm a believer in, niceness for niceness, respect for respect. It's not the case. I don't know why men like to be treated like trash. I guess women also like to be treated like trash. The worse I treat him, the more I'm like, I don't care what you eat, I don't care what you wear, I don't care if you don't have your laundry done, I don't care if you sleep in a bed that hasn't been like washed in 2 weeks. Because we do have two beds, sometimes I'm sending him off in another bed if I'm pissed. The worse I treat him, the better he starts fucking acting. The better he straightens up. He straightens up and he tries to please me. And once he starts pleasing me, I'm happy with him, right? And I'm nice to him. And as soon as I'm nice to him, guess what? The role switch goes back to his ways. So that's why they say you shouldn't treat men nice.
Again,
my experience. You shouldn't be mean, obviously, but you should prioritize what's important and what's not. And you are more important than him. So I don't know, when you prioritize yourself and you don't care about him, for some I don't know, God, what reason, it works on the male psychology. I don't know why, honey, I don't know, but yeah. So never treat a man too good. Don't treat him like a princess, because then you become the donkey.
second story.
My friend, me. So there's this guy. I go to dancing class. I got to know him. We didn't get along in the beginning, but he's a really good person. I'm not gonna shit talk him. He's a little Asian guy like me. We're the same height. I really respect him on a lot of levels because he's very loyal, first of all. Secondly, he doesn't talk shit about anyone. We have a common group of friends, right? So we all know each other. I've always heard other people talking shit about him or about other people, but I've never heard him talk shit about
Anyone.
or telling anyone's secret. That is probably one of the best quality to have in a friend. That means he's so he or she is so self-secure that he doesn't need to talk shit about other people. Telling somebody's secrets,
I'm not like that. I talk shit about a lot of people.
I mean, look at my channel, honey. I gossip a lot about other people. I tell everybody's business to everyone. I used to not believe in the friendship between men and women because I'm from Kazakhstan, right? For us in Kazakhstan, it's not normal to have friendship between men and women. When I moved to Europe, a lot of people are friends between genders, which was weird to me, a weird concept. But then I kind of realized, it's possible, when a man is a bit more educated and a bit more cultured, it's possible for men and women to be
Friends.
friends, yeah. Besties? Forget about it. Don't be dumb. Did you know, according to science, it's more sociology-ish.
First of all, I have so much jewelry. I got more jewelry, and it's not even about the jewelry, because
Jewelry. What is jewelry?
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
But according to them, men are only friends with girls that they find remotely attractive. Women that they don't find attractive, it just irritates them. They have this irritation part of the brain just activated, and they cannot handle them in any way. While we women are mostly friends with
Guys we would never fuck to begin with.
all of my friends, guy friends, are someone that I would never see myself
Even kissing.
because I'm that unattracted to them.
I'm not gagging.
Anyways, back to the story of my friend.
Who betrayed me, so
We're very close friends. We've been through his breakups. We've been through my shit show role. He was always there for me. Not in this emotional way, the way that, girls are. But he was always there for me. We're more kind of buddy hangout type of friends. We always go out and have fun and just, how men can hang out with each other for whole week straight and do not know each other's names. It was like that. With girlfriends, I always have to talk about feelings, what's going on, their emotions. With him, it was just chill. I feel like I was always the one initiating a hangout. But don't you find organizing and trying to get your group of friends to do something completely annoying and a thankless job? It's a thankless job.
And it's annoying.
And it gets so annoying to the point that somebody else is trying to do something. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. You weren't there. They say you should always reach out. I do agree you should reach out. But a lot of my friendships were done when I stopped doing the heavy work. I don't mind doing the heavy work, but now that I am having my own life, if you do not reach out to me either, I'm sorry, I don't have the energy to always reach out to you and to always check in with you. It's not like these people are bad. No, I have a very good friend that I kind of, we're still good, right? We love each other. She never reaches out herself, and I'm sure to the friends that she sees mostly constantly all the time, she reaches out herself. If they don't reach out to you,
I'm sure they're reaching out to someone else. So
It shouldn't touch your ego. It doesn't matter, right? But still. So the Halloween comes up, right? And then we go to this Halloween party. It was 4 of us. So it was me, my homie, the one that I'm talking about right now, and another 2 of our friends, so our group friends, but they're dating each other basically. By around 12 a.m. we were all in the club together.
But in the club, we all fam. What?
And by the way, in Europe we party late. We party late and we come late because you have no trains until 5 a.m. So that's why you go late and then you come home like around 5 a.m. I'm having time of my life because I dressed as Pitbull. I don't know why, I felt so sexy. I felt like motherfucker. I don't know, like having a bald head was amazing. That thing stayed like glue on my goddamn head. It was great. Like I could do the whole this, you know, it was great. Like nothing was in my face. I had no makeup on. I just drew a bit of mustache. I shouldn't draw a mustache because I already have one. But it was great. Like it was really fun. I got so many chicks. You will not believe how many chicks I've had. Bitches love Pitbull. It's so funny.
Damn, girl, is you from the ghetto? Because I'm trying to get a piece of that culo. Ha! Dad.
Anyways, the couple leaves early, and it was just me and the guy who left, right? It's about 3 a.m. in the morning. He gets a call from a chick. The next thing I know, he says to me, my friend got stranded at the red light district. It's basically a street where a lot of bars and strip clubs are. He got stranded there. I have to leave. And he just left me alone in the club at 3 a.m. He said, are you sure you're fine? I'm like,
I didn't want to show that I was hurt. I was like, yeah, sure. And he left.
the only thing he texted me was, sorry, my friend was stranded there. And that's it. Never checked in if I got home okay. If I, like, listen, I'm gonna be fine. Nobody gonna drug me at the club. Like, I'm not afraid of that. It's just, I would never leave my friend. I would never do that. And I know all of my girlfriends wouldn't do that either.
I hope so.
First and foremost, red light district here in Zurich isn't dangerous. It's not. Like, if you just mind your own business and walk, and I've been there 1,000 times, unless you look very beaten up, nobody's gonna touch you. Because, like, if you look a bit beaten up, they might think you're a prostitute because, you know, it's a hard job. You know, you go client to client. It's not an easy job, and I respect that job. The worse I look, like, if I came just from, like, a dance class and I was, like, sweating and, like, I was looking like shit, that's when I got asked the most, how much? Not in the other cases. Like, she would have been fine. Like, nothing would happen to you at the red light district. You just walk and mind your goddamn business. It's very safe here. The one place you will probably get stabbed is probably at the lake. Even then, it's kind of rare. You know, it's not US or UK, right? So I'm stranded at this club for an extra hour on my own. If you abandon me in a club in Kazakhstan, it's fine, because I can just take a taxi and just drive up home, right? But in Switzerland, it's way too expensive, you know, to get a taxi, to go anywhere, you know, you wait for your train. If you're stranded somewhere at 1 a.m., you will wait 4 hours till 5 a.m. until your train starts running again. So basically, I was alone in the club for an hour. It was not fun. I was so sad and upset that he left me. Usually I'm very friendly. I can get to know another crowd very easily, but I was so sad. I went all the way to the front where the DJ booth was, and I was just like slumping over and looking at the DJ and all this like lights and everything, all this Halloween decorations or whatever, just looking for 1 hour. You know, yeah, that was fun. A lot of fun. The second thing why I was mad, he could have just asked me,
Hey, do you want to come with me?
like, he could have gave me the option to be like, hey, I am sorry, I'm leaving regardless. I have to, like, if that friend is that important, that if you're that scared for her, I understand. But at least give me the choice. He could have said, hey, I'm gonna get my friend. You can come with me because I had 1 hour until my next train. Anyways, he could have just given me a choice to go with him and just, you know, wait out the time, grab the girl, and I would just gone home, right? He could have gave me that option. Or would you want to stay? And then it would be my choice to either stay or to go with him. But I wasn't given a choice. He just abandoned me, didn't check up on me after, didn't really apologize. I wanted to talk to him, you know, explain, hey, that's kind of wrong. But then the next day, he went to our common friends that was with us in the club. He told them, yeah, I left her alone in the club. And he dared to ask, was that mean?
What's that mean?
And my friends responded, what do you mean, was that mean? When they told me that, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna speak to him. They say you have to be communicative, that you have to, you know, express your feelings if something was wrong or not. But if that's something that basic, you cannot comprehend, I don't think we should be friends, right? You know, you don't have to check if I got home safely. First of all, I'm in Switzerland, which is very safe. Secondly, I can stand my own ground, and he knows that. You could have just checked up on me and being like, hey, sorry I left you. How was it? 1 hour? What did you do? Did you have fun? Or was it not fun? Can I make it up to you? Nothing, nada. I'm not gonna cut him off because I feel like one of my biggest mistakes in my life, I used to cut people off. Whenever they wronged me, I would just cut them off. But that's not the right thing to do. So advice number 2, when people do you wrong, especially men, do not cut them off. No. Don't do that. No. Just change your attitude. Like, I am his ride or die. But after the situation, I am not. You demoted from my best friend to my friend. We hang out whenever it's convenient or whenever it accidentally happens. I'll still listen to your problems. I'll still be there for you, you know, but I'm not your ride or die anymore. I will not be helping you out. Do not cut off people. Just change your relationship towards them and change your expectations, because we all have expectations and it's normal. So just adjust your expectations. And by the way, one thing I learned, do not text men first, even if it's your friend. It sounds ridiculous, but one thing I've recently learned, never text men first. Not a crush, not your friend. Unless it's really important, because for some reason, like if you text a girlfriend first, a lot of times that's appreciated. But when you text a guy first, even if he's your like friend for like years and years, they start taking you for granted. I don't know why. With my acquaintance, so it's kind of a frustrating story. This person is a dance teacher at a place where I go dancing. I really like the dude is talented as fuck. Like, he's really talented. The way he dances is really good.
Hi, I'm Renata Bliss and I'm your freestyle dance teacher.
Classical hip-hop is not my thing. I like experimental hip-hop.
I cannot dance it myself, but
It just looked much more as if it requires more skill. Commercial hip-hop just requires you to use a lot of muscle. Experimental hip-hop is more about like controlling your body more. I cannot explain. But anyways, this guy is super talented, super cool. First, one thing, I don't push myself to teachers because they get to see so many students a day, so I don't want to be another person who'd be like, hey, can we be friends? You know, it's kind of too much. I want to have their peace, you know. But his class is not like, it's not full. It's like maximum maybe 5 students. What it started with, sometimes I would reach out to ask, hey, do you have a video of this choreo and that choreo, because like I want to learn it further on. Like, everything is going great. I'm trying to get closer to this kind of dancing, because we don't have many teachers like dance like that. He's the only one. And then I disappear for like a month or 2, and then all of a sudden he like starts following me on Instagram. I'm like, okay. This is the thing about artist men.
they really like to be admired.
And the crowd is in a frenzy.
It's not that they trying to find the muse. They want to be the muse. Sometimes we would talk before or after the class and just talk about, you know, his stuff, his art, whatever, it doesn't matter. He only talked about himself 90% of the time. It's just about him, which I was like, okay, fine. At least your life is interesting, so we can talk about you. But it's kind of a red flag. Artist men. I'll tell you advice about artist men later. Time passes by. I kind of stopped going to his classes. All of a sudden, he adds me to his close friends list, and I'm like, okay. This guy has like 10k followers on Instagram. Like, he doesn't follow almost any of his students. The ones that I know at the place where I go, he doesn't follow them basically. But he follows me, and he's the one who requested to follow me. By the way, he has a girlfriend. Because he added me to his close friends. I added him to my close friends because I thought we're being friends. And I thought, oh, that'd be so cool. Then he would be like my resource to have more artist friends, you know, another singer, another musician. That would be cool if I'm friends with him. Then it would be opening up a lot of more doors, you know what I mean? I mean, it's called networking. Come on, everybody fucking does that. After this Halloween party, I was down for a bit, but then the next day I edited my video, I posted this video, and it did well, you know, for the size of my channel, and I finally finished my song, and I was super happy about it. And then I went to his class, and I was overly friendly, overly cheerful, overly everything. And then I came up to him after the class to tell how much I appreciate his dance style and everything that he does. I was just trying to compliment him. He mistook my friendliness for flirtation / admiration / me chasing him. Let me tell you, I come up to him and I'm like, you're so great, you're amazing. He's like, thank you. I was like, bitch, we know each other for more than half a year.
Bitch, you better be joking.
I never felt like a bitch in my life. Oh, no. He's usually very pleasant in conversation. Like, listen, I'm not stupid, right? I can feel what's happening. And what I've read in his face was, I know you like me. Yeah, you like me. And he would not keep up a conversation. He would just like,
Thank you. You wanna earn me? Come on, girl.
I felt like the ugliest man on the planet, and he was some sort of Marilyn Monroe, Kim Kardashian, Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce. Like, he was acting like a bitch. That I'm some sort of short, bald guy, whatever, like some broke. Why am I even going there? But he treated me like I need to earn him. One thing I hate the most is awkward silence. Silence. Out of uncomfortableness, I just started diarrheaing out of my mouth, being like, so yeah, you're moving to LA, or you are would you have a substitution to your whatever? The whole time his demeanor was like, yeah, I'm chill, yeah. Please do not ever date a finance bro, an artist, pilot, and medical doctors. Do not date these three people. Because their egos are out of this world. I work with finance bros. I have a bachelor's in finance, and I've studied with these people and I've worked with these people, so I know what I'm talking about. Artists, I didn't date an artist, but from this small interaction that I've had, it's not the most pleasant. And I know he has a girlfriend. He never mentioned her once to me. If you want to be cheated on, I think you should date an artist. That's the thing with artists. They really want to be like loved and appreciated. Like, you just kneeling down in front of them. And as somebody who like artistic myself, I want to be with a guy who would devour me in terms of like, oh my god, you're the best thing on the planet, right? I also want that, obviously. It's more of a natural dynamic between men and women, a man admiring a woman. It's more natural than women admiring a man, if that makes sense. If you're a bit too friendly with a guy, he will definitely think that you're hitting on him. I was just trying to be friendly. I got turned down, even though I wasn't coming on. So it kind of hurts my ego to be like, who the fuck do you think you are? Do not admire men either. They take it wrong. And by the way, never meet your heroes, right? Never meet your heroes. If you admire somebody for their talent, admire it from afar, because you're gonna be disappointed. Yeah, never put a guy on a pedestal. Just don't do that. I mean, I know I'm being a bit too salty, but it hurt me, you know. And by the way, fuck 50-50. I used to be a proclaimant of 50-50 between men and women. I'm a true believer of equality between men and women. And now that I'm growing older, I'm like, I'm not gonna do 50-50 anymore. No. Why am I going on a date? You asked me. I put on makeup, whatever, and then I have to tolerate this conversation. I pay for my own stuff. While I can do the same thing with my friend. I can just go have a ball of a fucking time with my friend, and I pay the same amount. You know what I mean? Why should I? My ex-colleague, guy who's very high level, makes good salary, makes like 3 times than I do. He invited me for drinks just to catch up. I ended up paying more. He didn't even insist to pay for my drink. I'm like, you're the one who invited me, first of all. Secondly, you make 3 times my salary. What am I benefiting here? Like, we're not friends. Because he just asked me like 10 times to just go for catch up for drinks. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, as 50 Cent says, if it was your idea to invite somebody out, then you pay. And I do agree. Because I could have had a fun time with my friend spending this much money. And by the way, going out in Zurich is expensive. Instead of having this kind of awkward conversation. So what's going on in the company? What's new? And then me also paying. And I paid more. He paid like maybe 20 for me and I paid like 35 for him. Didn't even offer. Don't do 50-50. It's not fair. It's not fair. If you asked him out, which you shouldn't, but if he asked you out, then at least let him pay. Because that's what my mom taught me, you know. She told me, if you pay for yourself, you don't owe anything to a man. And if you invite me for drinks, why do I have to, like, I'm spending my time already. Do I have to also spend my money to check out if I like you? This is my 3 disappointments back to back within like maybe 3-4 days. In the span of 3-4 days, I'm still pissed at a lot of men. Like 95% of the men I'm still pissed, except for my dad. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Please conclude your conclusions. Be smart, you know. And please consider subscribing because this is a fun show. I'm not a beggar, but beggars cannot be choosers. And I'm a beggar. Anyways, slay. Do not settle for anything that you're not worth. Upgrade yourself. As Shira said, upgrade yourself. Go to gym. Clear your skin with retinoids or whatever. Educate yourself. Be more feminine. I'm very masculine female. For way too long. I'm always, oh, let me do this, let me do that. Or I'm the barber, the builder, I'm pick Misha. I am pick Misha. Because I want to be liked, approval, fuck that shit. And it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And it's normal to want to have a relationship. You should still put yourself out there actively and communicate with men. Unfortunately, that's the thing. You have to have this good eye. When you see somebody good, that's when you get him. If he doesn't want you 10 times as much as you want him, it's not worth it. Don't. From my experience with my guy, when I showed him interest, he didn't play this back and forth, this push and pull games. He doubled, tripled down on me. And he chased me. He did everything for me. So if I found somebody like that, I'm sure you can find somebody like that too. Anyways, this was Not So Hot Show, and this was Akma. Please consider to subscribe, because this has been, we need to rant together. Honestly, right? Love you. Bye-bye.
So hot show. That's hot. No, it's not. Like, literally.